what's poppin'? JinBop here, coming today with some Would You Rather. I apologize for not playing a game today. Well, this is sort of a little gamey game, but I meant like a video game. I'm a little bit sick. I think I caught something when I was at PAX East, and I've been a little bit under the weather since then, and I've been trying to take it easy and not be too out of control because I feel like I need to take care of my health. I think I might have caught this cold from either the Gaming Beaver, Matt Shea, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Shovel, Iron Mango, or any of the numerous people that I made out with over at PAX East. So, all the people listed above, shame on you for making me sick. Patient Zero, the apocalypse starts with you! Anyway, speaking of horrible deaths, the first one here is, how would you prefer to die? Well, I'd rather not die at all, but, you know. Given a choice of freezing to death or boiling to death, well, here's the thing, if you freeze to death, you won't feel it. You just get numb, and then you're like, I am sleepy. And then you never wake up, which is me on a weekend. Boiling to death is slow and agonizing, so freezing to death is, yeah, I'm pretty sure most people would rather go with that. Unless you're a frog, in which case you sit in the water and then you slowly crank up the heat and you're just gonna be like, this is fine. Right up to the moment you die. Has anyone ever noticed how warm it is? Always. Alright, would you rather be Dr. Zoidberg or be Kif? I don't know who Kif is. I feel like I should know who Kif is, and now undoubtedly the internet is going to yell at me now because I don't understand things. But hey, why not Zoidberg? Haha! Everyone loves Zoidberg. I remember that was one of my favorite parts about Futurama. Would you rather have to get around on fours all the time or only make animal noises? Hang on, there's a little note here. Assume that walking on all fours is just as efficient as regular walking, but you can never stand on two legs. Who would still watch my channel if I only made animal noises? What would that intro be like? Meh, woof, I can't imagine myself making a very good video with only animal noises. Then again, me making human noises doesn't seem to be working too much better. I'm just going to say get around on fours on all the time. I can make a video like this. You guys can still I can play video games like this. Alright, would you rather live in the world of Dr. Seuss or live in the Star Trek universe? I'm not gonna lie, Star Trek's sort of scary because things want to kill you. Although to be completely fair, I think there's a couple of annoyances with living in the Dr. Seuss world too. I told you, Sam, I don't want any fucking green eggs and ham! Besides, the world of Dr. Seuss sort of reminds me of the world of, well, Rick and Morty, only with less alcoholic scientists. Wonder and strangeness, I'll take that over being blown up every day. I'm really glad red is not my color, because if it was, Star Trek universe would definitely not be a place for me. There's like 2 Trekkies out there in the audience who actually got that one. Would you rather be muscular with a busted face or be busty with a gorgeous face? I mean, as a YouTuber, I feel like it is my obligation and my duty to take my audience's interests into account. You guys like tits, right? I like tits. Everyone likes tits. Yeah, let's just go with that. I also would not trade the world for this masterpiece right here. This, you see, is a work of art. A modern art masterpiece that no one can really comprehend. You guys have seen modern art, right? You've gone to museums, you're like, yeah, that's beautiful. Alright, this next one is, would you rather be immortal or die right now? Well, there's so much more life to live. I feel like there's a lot I'd like to experience. Also, if I'm immortal, I can make JinBop videos forever and ever and ever. Welcome to Would You Rather episode 16,942. Look how most people agree with that. Most people understand. I want to keep doing YouTube for the rest of my life, and I want it to do it forever. Alright, would you rather get paid to read every book or get paid to watch every TV show? I don't read many books. I'm not afraid to admit that. Also, I feel like TV shows would be faster, right? I feel like that is the case. TV shows are only 30 minutes, but it takes me hours to read a book. So, I'm gonna, oh, does anime count as TV shows? I just make my living watching Attack on Titan and various other things on the television. Although, I would question my job security, because one thing I've heard recently is apparently YouTube is actually watched more frequently than television these days. Well, YouTube and Netflix. So I'm not sure how long I would have a job for, but books, you're always gonna have a job because people are always going to read. Although I guess that's what the internet is for now as well. Man, the internet fucking ruins everything. I'm just gonna go with TV shows. Man, I wish that was a thing that I could have done back when I was like 13. I would have made so much money. Would you rather be born a dwarf or be born without a third of your legs? Hang on, here's another note. Without the 1/3 of your legs, you'd still be able to run as fast as a normal person. Does that mean they can take out all the fatty bits? I don't like my thighs. I got too many Krabby Patties, and now there's a bunch of fat in them. I'm gonna go ahead and say born without a third of my legs. Because I am 6'2", or 1'87" m for those of you on the metric system. Without a third of my legs, I feel like I'd be still fairly average in terms of height. Alright, would you rather be a ghost or be a vampire? Would I get to sparkle as a vampire? I think I'd probably rather be a ghost because vampires can't go out in the daylight. I also really like garlic. I love Italian dishes, and I love just food in general, and I feel like so many dishes would not be as good if they took garlic out of it. What, blood? Who fucking cares? Why would you have blood when you can have delicious chicken katsu curry? Oh wait, you don't get to eat stuff as a ghost, do you? Oh. Alright, would you rather have a one-night stand or have a friend with benefits? Me, I'm a bit of a romantic. I'm the romanticist. I would prefer to have a girl that I would keep with me for the rest of my life. Someone special to me, a relationship that I can, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with this one. Simply because, well, if you really think about it, being in a relationship is just sort of like having a really, really good friend that you share a bed with. Besides, just having a one-night stand just means you're one and done and you're gone. But a friend with benefits mean sometimes maybe you just feel a little bit lazy. You just want to stay in, wrap up in a blanket, and watch some Attack on Titan or something. I think the question is painfully clear here. Which would you rather have? Attack on Titan or not Attack on Titan? Or would you rather lick the armpit of a sweaty cab driver or eat the earwax of an old man who has never cleaned his ears? Neither will get you sick. Somehow I severely doubt that, but okay. Both of these are extremely unpleasant, but if I had to pick just one, I would go with probably the armpit of the sweaty cab driver because, well, I got back from PAX East recently, as I recently stated, and I met a couple of cab drivers because I had to get around Boston without a car. And a lot of them were very, very nice. Granted, maybe some of them were a little bit sweaty, but hey, if I'm doing a bro a favor and he wants his armpits licked, I guess I can take one for the team. Besides, maybe I'll get a free ride out of it. Who knows? Next time I travel, we have to try that. Hey, bro, could you knock a little bit off the wage there? I can do you a little favor. If you got, like, you know, sweaty pits, I could... Would you rather speak everything in surround sound or have your own entrance theme when you walk in a room? Oh, God. This would be infinitely worse if you had, like, a house that had a lot of rooms. Small rooms conjoined. Let's see, just for me to get to my door, I'd probably need to pass through about 3 different rooms. Meanwhile, speaking everything in surround sound would be totally awesome. Just imagine, like, you're just walking down the street, you just cup your hands, and you're just like, "Oh, hail your new Lord and Savior, JinBop." You'd be able to mess with everyone. I like that. Let's do that. Alright, would you rather get gas every time you're around the sex you're attracted to or burp after every time you kiss? Well, it's either constantly needing to fart because, well, let's be real here, 50% of the population is the opposite gender that I'm attracted to. That'd be even worse for bisexual people. Good God. Imagine if you're bi, you're just walking around in public, you're just like, oh God, I gotta find a toilet. I think I'm gonna go with the burp after every kiss because, well, if I just have a really, really long kiss that never ends, I won't ever have to deal with it. I might have to walk around with my lips conjoined to another human being for the rest of my life, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice. Alright, anyways, you guys, that was Would You Rather. These things are always a little bit fun to screw around with, and let me know some of your own scenarios down in the comments below. Would you rather this or would you rather that? I'd probably rather that, you know, just shame. I will have some more games coming to the channel. I'm gonna try and get some rest, you guys. I am still quite sick, and I feel like I'm a little bit out of it, so I apologize if that's shown in the video at all. I'm just not feeling too hot, but I'll be back on my A game by next video, I guarantee it. Or my B game. At minimum, my C game. Look, I'm just gonna try and make a video that you guys will enjoy, okay? Either way, if you guys enjoyed this video, bop that like button, and I will see you next time.